Alright, everyone, it is Sweaty Zeus here, and we are going to be doing a playthrough of PlayStation 5's Demon Souls, the Blue Point remake. So, I was lucky enough to get my hands on a PS5 a little earlier this year. I've already played through this once, a little earlier. I'm not an expert at this game, but I did want to do a playthrough for my stream here. Along with I'm doing Dark Souls 3 at the same time. But I did want to make sure to get this game some sort of gameplay before Elden Ring, because this really is a great game, and I don't know that enough people have had the opportunity to play it, especially since PS5s are so tough to get your hands on right now. Shout out to Matt Swider, S-W-I-D-E-R, on Twitter. He is following releases of PS5s and tweeting about them, so follow him if you want to get one. That's how I did. So I'll let this play, and then we'll jump on in. It's a great opening cinematic, so I'm going to make sure we got that in there. We're going to let all the videos play through this, all the cinematics. Especially since, a lot of people don't have PlayStation 5s. Might want to see the game. So we'll go ahead and jump in here. So, as I was saying, Matt Swider, S-W-I-D-E-R, I think he works for one of the tech magazines. But he has been doing a great job of posting inside information about when there's going to be a release of PlayStation 5s, even Xboxes, if that's what you're looking for. I've actually seen the Xboxes in GameStops and different places, so I don't know that they're that hard to find. They might be now that they've bought out everyone and basically have almost a monopoly over gaming, but I'm a PlayStation guy. I've had an Xbox in the past, but I tell you what, I am impressed thoroughly with my PS5. The controller is something you just have to experience at first. The feedback and the triggers you'll feel in this game, you get tension in the bow, and different guns will feel different in shooters and things like that. So I thoroughly am happy with my PS5. I just hope that Microsoft isn't going to act like a monopoly and essentially starve PlayStation out of third-party games. I do think PlayStation, though, they've got enough first-party games to at least keep themselves alive, but I'd like to see that competition, because that's what makes great games and great systems. So, enough of that. So I'll go into the starting classes a little if you're new to Demon Souls. If not, you can skip on ahead, but you've got your melee classes: Soldier, Knight, Hunter, Wanderer, Barbarian, obviously. And Thief, I think Thief can do one of these. Might be Thief. He's got 10 magic, so. And then you have your Faith class, Temple Knight, and Priest. Then you have your Magic class, Magician, and Royalty. If you're going to do Magic, I would probably suggest going with Royalty over Magician. Magician does have a Fireball, which the Royalty doesn't, but the Royalty has that headband, which is going to regenerate your magic or mana, which, you know, it's going to give you unlimited uses of your soul magic, which is, you know, going to be your primary weapon to start if you do that class. So I've already taken the liberty of creating my face. Spent a lot of time. It actually looks quite a bit like me. My nose is a little small and my head's a little bigger. I've got a big dome. But it actually looks quite a bit like me, other than right now my head is buzzed, but that's about how my hair looks when it's grown out. So, although I don't have the bro-ish spike job going on. So, I think we are probably going to start out here with Royalty. I am going to do, this is like from a person new to Dark Souls or Demon Souls or any of the games from Software, and gonna kind of show you like the easiest way to play through. Now Hunter's also great for starting because you're gonna have a bow from the start, which is gonna be very helpful dispatching enemies without getting, you know, up close enough to take damage. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go with Royalty. Like I said, starting gift, Providential Ring, that's the only choice. I mean, these others you can pick, but they're all one-time use items. This will go with you for the rest of the game and is pretty difficult and expensive to get later on, and you won't have an opportunity to get it for a while. So I suggest definitely going with that one. Alright, we'll get started here.
King Elden the XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria, that is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria
Sorry about that.
from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valifax of the Royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Elant had roused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls lose also their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valifax also spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force. And the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors lured by the possibilities braved the fissure to breach the accursed land. But none have returned. Pure of the Twin Fangs. Yet the silent chief, Saint Urbane, Scurva the Wanderer, the sixth Saint Astraea with her Night Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. the colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Ah, has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Alright, so it's going to give you the choice at the start. Would you like to play the journey to the Nexus? Now, this is the tutorial area, basically. I suggest playing through because if you defeat the boss at the end, you will get a little head start on some craftable or some items for crafting and upgrading your weapons. And some extra healing items. It's not necessary, you can go ahead and skip it, but again, if you're new to the series, I would suggest playing it. It's going to give you a great kind of steady warm-up to the game and learning the movement. And as with all FromSoft games, you're going to have messages here that tell you how to operate the controller and attack, and we don't need to look into all that. So that's where magic, our starting weapon's going to be just this little rapier, which is pretty terrible. But we can... Oh, I gotta set that up the way I like it, actually. See, I like to do the magic in my offhand, so I can... and then stab as well. And I'm going to take a look at the settings after this first map and make sure it's not too dark. I know this game can look a little dark sometimes on streams. So now you're seeing why magic is the easiest way to play through this game. It can still be challenging if you're new to the series, but it does make it a lot easier. It allows you to do combat from a distance, as you can with the bow and arrow, but magic's definitely a little overpowered in this game. You're going to walk up to this ledge here and push your circle button. We'll go ahead and do a little melee. I thought I had more reach than that. And that is your backstab animation, which will give you a critical hit and a lot of times an instant kill. These guys will jump at you, and if you lock on and circle to your right, you can usually backstab them pretty easily. I'll keep showing that. I think there's one more. Back here, maybe? There he is. Alright. I think this is grass, which are heals. Let's make sure we get those in there. Don't need to worry about that now. And this shield is pretty terrible. You'll take damage through it. But it's good to put it up, you know, if you're circling and want to block any upcoming damage. For some reason I remember this having a little bit of reach, but probably confusing it with something. while, you know, I do know where a lot of things are. I've played through this before. It's been about a year, so it's a little fresh. And I will be, you know, I'm not following the guide or anything. I'm just going to be exploring and doing a playthrough. Now, see why magic is so great. Otherwise, you're going to want to parry that guy. Which, for your first time playing, is probably a little difficult at first. We'll try to get one here. I don't like this camera angle at all. Let's try that again. There we go. You're going to hit L2 and then move in as close as you can and hit R1, which will give you like a critical hit, instant kill animation. A lot of times, if they're a more powerful enemy, it might not give you an instant kill, but the other thing is with the archers, you lock on, you can just usually circle, strafe as you're walking to them, to the right or left, and they'll miss. The arrows are slow enough. Down there. Oh, I didn't see him. Now if you watch up there, since we did royalty, that blue line is going to slowly regenerate. Now, since this is going to be a magic playthrough, you're going to have the opportunity to get a really great weapon early on. Actually, it's a great weapon no matter what playthrough you're doing, but if you're playing as magic, it's something you can honestly use to the end of the game. It's really that great. And we've got our first boss right here, which is going to be the Vanguard Demon. And we're good guys, so we like to kill demons. So we're going to try to take this guy out. You only get one shot. If you die, you'll move out of the tutorial area. Usually don't struggle too bad with this if you get behind him and keep circling to your right and stay on his butt. Then you shouldn't have any problem. Especially with magic, you'll be able to keep a little distance behind him. But you'll notice he'll start flapping his wings and he'll do like a butt stomp move and try to sit on you. So at that point you want to back up a little and give him some space. And the problem here is fighting in a small arena, but let's see if we can't knock him out. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh gosh, I can't believe it. Oh wow, that's embarrassing. Oh my gosh. I played through that area, I don't know, 5 or 6 times and died there once before. Of course. That is the problem with playing is magic build is you get hit once, you're pretty much right on the verge of death there, so. The key there, I think, is the problem I had was coming in locked on with the camera. So if you're going to want to try that yourself, I would probably come into that not lock on and try to run to his right as fast as you can and get behind him. And then once you're there, it's pretty easy to take him on. But it just kind of got stun locked there with that hit, which I thought I was far enough to the right to avoid. So Actually, I think it would be left. It'd be his right. They go in circle. So it might have been. I don't know. It's been a while, but I wouldn't stretch over it too much. So now we're in soul form. And first thing I'm going to do is come over here. You don't have a lot of souls. This is your merchant. You can buy arrows and spice, which is magic replenish, which we don't need because we have the little crest visor thing. And then you can buy hills and their weapons. The only thing we need are arrows. We don't have a bow yet, which we'll get very shortly. So, it's the only place you can go right now. Can't believe I died to the Vanguard Demon. This will be where we start the second area of our playthrough, so I'll go ahead and stop here as soon as this cutscene ends. Alright, so we'll get started on this area in the next video, and I will catch you guys then. Thanks for watching, guy.